Go down to that continent known as North America, to that city known as New York.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is, I'm 2 hours before I'm supposed to start work, so I thought it'd be nice to do the monthly wrap up for May. May was all about horror mayhem. It was a fantastic event. It's always a really good event, but this year I did loads of reading. So in summary, really quickly, I read 10 short stories, I watched 5 horror films, I read 1 novella and 2 short novels. I'm gonna go through what I've read and tell you all about it. I'm not going to talk about the horror films or the short stories because they're in the vlog, so please watch the vlogs if you're interested. But to start off with, I finished Piranesi. So this isn't really a horror book. Well, it's not a horror book at all. But I included it in the vlogs because I was just including everything I was doing. And obviously focusing on horror, but there were exceptions like this. This is not horror. My buddy read this with Constance and Dave from Book Lover, and I really liked it. I didn't like it as much as they did, and I didn't like it as much as the people on BookTube that absolutely adore this book, but I did like it. I was impressed by it. I thought it was well written, and I think the premise and the kind of narrative structure is really, really good. I think it was just one of those things where the way it was written, it engaged my brain more than it engaged my heart, if you like. It didn't feel much, but I was intrigued. Wanted to know what happened next and what the whole puzzle was. It's like a puzzle book. And when it's revealed, it's a really good feeling, actually, when it gets revealed. And that whole section at the end is really good. I liked the premise and the payoff, but I didn't love it. I liked it. So that was my impression of Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. Then I read We've Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. I buddy read this with Pat from Book Chat with Pat. This was fantastic. I absolutely love this book. It was brilliantly written. The characterization is phenomenal. Like the 2 main characters, you know them backwards, but also you know the village really well. The atmosphere in the book is really eerie, and there's something off about it, which is brilliant because that's the whole point of the book. It's about being isolated. It's about that alienation thing. The narrative went in a place I didn't expect it to go because I went in pretty blind anyway. And the ending is quite dramatic and just brilliant. So, yeah, I love this book. Couldn't recommend it enough. I've read several things by Shirley Jackson. I've read The Haunted of Hill House and some short stories. And this is by far my favourite thing. But it's just also just one of the best books I've ever read. I just loved it. Really loved this. So it's quite short. It's a shame it had deckled pages because I'd turn a page. Oh no, it's 2 pages. I'll go back, you spend ages trying to turn a page, which is a bit silly. It's not what you want from a book. But there we are. This is from Italy. This was last year, which is kind of a nice little thing. Nice little nugget about this book. So there we are. Then I read Ring Shout, and I double read this. A buddy read this. Double read? It's new. Buddy read this with Dave from Book Blather, and I really like this. It took a while to get going, so the beginning bit I had to settle in a little bit with the way it's written, and we chatted a little bit about that, me and Dave. But he really didn't like this book. Actually, he did a review of it when he did his last Horror Mayhem video. But I really liked it. I thought it was a really good premise, really interesting setup with these monsters that are in clan uniform. So the Ku Klux Klan are a major part of this plot, and some of them are humans that are just clan members, and some of them are monsters within the clan members. And you got these sort of monster hunters. The monsters are called Ku Kluxes, and they hunt them down. And it's just a really interesting premise, and it tackles hate in an interesting way. At the end of the book, there's another angle, and it's an interesting kind of thought-provoking moment about the hate of the victim, coming from the victim. So that was pretty good. But yeah, I thought it was a really good book, and it's quite short. But once it settled in, took about, 40 pages to settle in. Then it got a lot better. But yeah, I really liked it. Then I read, I started reading this at that point in the month. I started reading this because I felt like I'd read 10 short stories, all those other short novels or novellas, and I thought I could justifiably read this knowing that I'd done so much of the other reading in the short form, which is like the point of Horror Mayhem. But I'd been dying to read this for a long time, and I absolutely love this. I love this. I still haven't finished it, and I'll get to that in a second, but I love it. So I'll pick this back up again in a second. But in the meantime, in the middle of reading that, I read Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke by Eric La Rocca, or Eric La Rocca, I'm not sure. And I didn't really like this. It was okay. It was okay. It's a very short read because if you have a look, the pages I've got, all the text is either an email or a instant message. So it's a very short read, and it's intriguing, but I thought it was going to get a lot more disturbing and weird and disgusting, but it didn't. It's because this book has got a reputation of being a disturbing book. And bouncing off that reputation, I thought it was going to be more extreme than it was. So my expectations, that's why sometimes it's so good to go in blind. My expectations were much higher than what I got. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't as dramatic and powerful as I expected it to be. But it was fine. And it still went in unexpected places. And there was a couple of really horrible scenes in it. One involving a baby. But yeah, I think I was expecting the actual main character. What's her name? I'm not sure. It doesn't say on the back. I can't remember her name. But the main character, I expected her to sort of do weirder things, and she did do a weird thing at the end. But it was still, I don't know. It was like an ordinary. It was horrible and disgusting, but also kind of ordinary as well. So yeah, it was a bit odd. So I wasn't expecting what I read. I was expecting something more dramatic. But I'm not going to write him off because it was good enough. And Dave says the other things he's written are better as well. So have a look at that. But I will definitely read something else by him. But yeah, that was just a bit disappointing for me. So going back to this, I couldn't take this on holiday. So basically, this is a big 500-page novel, and it's brilliant. I love it. But I couldn't take it on holiday because it's so big, and it would just, I was trying to leave lots of room for bringing stuff back. And as you may know, if you've seen the videos, I brought 33 books back, so I needed that room. So I didn't take it, and I wanted to finish it before I went, but I've got that much left. And it's so good. It's the characterization is amazing. The way the plot moves is really interesting. Every page is interesting. There's not a wasted page on it, and it's so good. It's like the best kind of Stephen King, the best books by him. It's got that kind of feel, but it's so good. It's about two main characters are a young boy who's being bullied, constantly bullied. And he's got loads of issues, and he's very lonely, and he meets a little girl, and she's a vampire. I'm not going to tell you any more than that, because it's so intriguing and it's brilliantly done. The way the world building, if you like, is brilliant. But yeah, you just don't know where it's going to go next. It's different from the film as well, so I really like the original film. There is an American remake as well, but I really like the original film. But it's not like that. There's some stuff in there that's more disturbing in the novel that they clearly couldn't put in the film. But yeah, it's really, really good. So if you're interested in horror books, definitely recommend this. Couldn't recommend it enough, but I need to finish it. So there's that. Also, as I went on holiday, I had to take something on the plane, and I started reading Starter Villain by John Scalzi. And this is disappointing. So I actually like John Scalzi. I did a video where I was praising him, but not everyone on BookTube likes John Scalzi. I think in general he's popular because he's always on the shelves. But I think my friends on BookTube, there seems to be a bit of negativity with him. But I do like him. But with this one, I found it kind of flat. I think I was supposed to like how obnoxious the character was at the beginning of the book. He settles down a bit, but at the beginning I was just thinking, what's this about? But I get the impression it's not like he's supposed to be like a dick, and then it doesn't matter because that's part of the plot, and he's just like an anti-hero. I think you're supposed to like him, and I didn't, which doesn't normally bother me. But there wasn't anything else going on to make it interesting, and it wasn't funny, and it just wasn't very interesting. So I need to finish it. I've only got halfway through because I didn't do any reading over the holiday, and I normally read a lot in the holiday at the hotel. Like when my wife or whoever I'm with has gone to bed, I normally do a bit of reading, and I didn't. And I think part of it is because I wasn't that bothered. But I will finish this. I will end this. So anyway, yeah, I wasn't that impressed. So it's a bit of a shame, a bit disappointing. I don't know whether it will feel different if I read it again another time. I don't know, but yeah, John Scalzi failed me on that one. But on the way back, I read this, which is which I bought from the Empire State Building when we went there. So there's a whole King Kong thing going on in the Empire State Building, which is fantastic. Definitely recommend you go. But I came back with this and a mug and a couple of other bits. But this is really intriguing. This is lots of essays about the 1933 film King Kong, which I love loads. I love that film. And these are some of the people that have contributed to this. So you've got Ray Bradbury, Robert Silverberg, Harry Harrison, Pat Callaghan, Alan Dean Foster, David Gerald, all sorts of people. So that's really cool. And it is really good. It tackles King Kong from different angles. So some of it's political, some of it's more nuts and bolts about the making of the film, the impact personally from some people on why they love the film. It's a really good book. So I think Roy from Roy Reads Anything read this on his King Kong event, which I wanted to get involved in, but I didn't really have the books to do it. But this is a great book. I really enjoyed it. So it's very easy to read. It's very short. It's very conversational. And it's just really good. So yeah, that was really, really good. Okay, so there's a couple of things I haven't done. So I haven't done much more of this, which I think I need to mention with respect to the people that were interested in the book club I started and didn't really do very well. There's a lesson learned there. But I still want to read this, but I haven't got that much further, so I'm still there. This is not very far. Hold on. There. That's not very far. So there's that. And also, I'm a little bit behind on the J.G. Ballard stories as well. So me and Greg from another Bibliophile Reads are reading every short story by J.G. Ballard. And I'm a bit behind, so I need to catch up. But they're very short stories, so I will catch up. We're reading one a week. So that's on my things to do as well. But I need to finish this and start a villain. I need to finish these before I can get going on the June stuff. I really look forward to finishing this, but I just got to read that a little bit more, and then I'm done with it. But it's so good, so good. One of the best things I've read for a while. So I need to do that before I do the June stuff, and June includes June on the Range and the Steinbeck stuff, and I want to treat June quite loosely in respect to the event about Alice and in tribute to Alice, which is about joyful reading in June. And you're just sort of picking things randomly just for fun. So it has to be a fun month for Alice. So there we are. I will link below the other co-hosts of the Alice event, Joyful Reading in June, because I think that's a really important thing to do. So I will link their channels below. So there we are. That's my monthly wrap-up for May. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Stay curious.
Okay. Ah, say. Kanan. When you read it, your life like now walk down to your.
Of what it's like to